Roof replacement costs a lot of money. It would have required a special assessment. The last time we replaced the roofs, we did a complete tear-off, and each homeowner was charged $12,000. Well, our roofs were already 23 years old. We were seeing evidence of shingles cracking, breaking 3, 4, 5 times a year, where different homeowners were complaining about leaks. We'd have to call the roofer out. More often than not, it was, popped nail or flashing issue. Quite frankly, I thought, well, we're stuck. We're going to have these roofs for 30, 40 years. How can we make them look better, and how can we improve the longevity of the roof at the same time? It just happened that I was reading an article about how farmers were growing more of their agricultural products, soybean, corn, to be used in other industries, and they mentioned Roof Maxx. And I went online, I was directed to Scott. From that point on, it was just an exceptional experience.
He told me he had 105 homes, I believe 23 buildings, and they were dealing with not only age, but they were dealing with a lot of the black algae that we get around here. The black streaks on the shingles. When your shingles start to dry out, that asphalt becomes porous. Let's say it rains. These little pockets give those little organisms places to dwell longer.
I wanted to clean the roofs up. I wanted to get rid of the algae. I wanted them to look better. And then after talking with Roof Maxx, I found out the additional benefits that we would see by doing the Roof Maxx treatment. We could, we would extend the longevity of the life of the roofs, and maintain an appearance of the roofs it's almost like new.
Definitely wanted these shingles cleaned, and really loved the idea of being able to take these roofs and bring some life back into them. Told him we could absolutely do that.
We were very cautious. We said, okay, Scott, let's have you do one building. Let's have you do a trial building so that everybody can see before and after and the difference. And Scott was really great about talking to the homeowners who stopped and had questions. What are you doing? How are you doing it?
When you're doing a job like this, you're doing it for a lot of people. If somebody wants to talk to you or has a question, you want to answer that the best you can, and let them know that they're going to be well taken care of. Let them know why you're out here, to help them hang on to their roofs a heck of a lot longer.
The community, it's really a group of empty nesters. The tenure of people that live here, most people hang around here for a good 20, 30 years. In any community, as people get older, they get set in their ways, and their expectations change. And that's part of the problem as a board member that we have, is in meeting everyone's expectations. And so we laid it out for everybody about Roof Maxx and what we thought was going to happen. And the trial building proved it out that it is going to turn out really good.
One of the things I wanted to do with the community here was get in and get out so they could have their lives back. They were happy. That was so important to me. That when I left here, that they were happy and pleased with the end result.
Oh, it feels great. It feels great. In fact, my neighbor's unit is for sale, and the realtor was over there, and she said, well, how old are the roofs? And I said, the roofs are about 23, 24 years old. And she said, oh no, they look like brand new. And I said, well, yeah, this is why they look like brand new. I firmly believe that the Roof Maxx treatment probably added at least $5,000 marketable value to each unit. We spend a lot of money on painting the siding, tuck pointing the bricks. We take a lot of pride in our landscaping. Anything that has to do with the outside appearance of the units, the money that we save, we'll spend elsewhere. Increasing the longevity of the shingle and the roofs and the aesthetic improvement of the roofs. There's so much value that we got from the Roof Maxx treatment. There's just no question in my mind. I would do it again absolutely in 5 years.